So I have spent several years trying to build up my gear from top brands without paying full price. And here's what I've learned. All of these brands, Teryx, Patagonia, Salomon, Burton, they all release new products around September and October. They're doing that in anticipation of the new season, right? So you're getting ready. You've already renewed your Epic Pass. You're good to go. But you realize now you want to try something different. Maybe your jacket tore. Maybe you have a new set of skis and you need new bindings and boots. Whatever it is, they have a new set of everything to offer. But that means they have to make room. So they're pushing out old inventory, whether it's boards, bindings, boots, goggles, helmets, clothing, anything in between is being pushed out, as you can see right here, in anticipation of new arrivals. Now, that doesn't mean the old stuff is bad. In fact, it just means they have to push it out of the way for the new stuff, which might have just a small change that doesn't really impact how it performs. And that's how you can save on last season's gear. So it all starts around New Year's Eve. So after the major holiday, when most people get their annual boarding trip under their belts, things start to go on sale. Last year's things, all of these things start to go on sale because they have to start making room. So that's the time of year when you're going to see the biggest selection, but the discount isn't going to be that great. It's going to be around 10%, maybe 20% off. So that could be perfectly fine if you're already there and you realize that you forgot something back home. Maybe you forgot your helmet and you don't want to rent a helmet, so just buy a new one. Now, if you can wait, the end of the boarding season is the absolute best time. Now, that will likely be April. Sometimes California and Washington and Oregon, they have much shorter seasons. Places like Park City might have even longer seasons. The East Coast, really short seasons. So if the season is starting to dwindle and you got to pay attention to, the slopes, you have to pay attention to the weather reports, whether they're blowing a lot more because the snowfall has just diminished and temperatures are going up, all that good stuff. But if you're paying attention, end of March, beginning of April is when you're going to start to see all of those things go on sale. And it's going to be between 20 and 30% off, sometimes even more. This is the time where I recommend going online or to a store. I love Play It Again Sports. This is going to offer used gear, and you never know. You can find used gear that, by used, they mean like someone bought them, tried them on once, and then decided, no, I'm not going snowboarding this year and I don't want these boots anymore, and they gave them back. I've found a lot of things like that where there was next to no evidence that they had even been touched. And the nice thing is about Play It Again, you can bring in your old stuff. So if you have anything old and you want to sell it, they actually give you either cash or credit toward what you're buying. So you can bring in your old stuff and it'll apply credit toward the cost of the things you find. Now, there's no guarantee you're going to find anything, but if you are in an area close to a ski resort, that's where you want to do your shopping during this April time frame. That's when people sell off all their gear because the season's over. They either bought new stuff or they don't want to store it, or they tried the sport and they didn't like it, whatever. So that's a good time to go to find a store and get the biggest discounts. Now, the rest of the year, you might still find discounts, especially in the end of summer and the beginning of autumn. So you're looking at the August, September, October timeframe. That is when companies have big sales. You can see right here, Tactics has their anniversary sale right now. That's when companies do their Labor Day sale. That's when they're also pushing all of the remaining gear and product from the previous year at the lowest price, because now they really have to get it out of the way. There's only so much room to display things or store things. So that's when you can look at over here. Tactics has their outlet section, and that's where you can find all this stuff on sale, right? New stuff from the current season, but you'll see we're heading into the 2026 season right now. So these are 2025 products that just have to go, right? They have to make room for them. So now you'll see big discounts at the end of summer, beginning of autumn for that. You'll also have similar sales with Evo, Backcountry, and REI. Obviously, Backcountry and REI have their members only discounts. So you can see right now they have a sale going on, 20% off one full priced item. Okay, so if you find something at full price that isn't discounted anywhere else, you could apply that and gather all of the things you need for your season little by little. REI used to be, I mean, I still love them. I still shop there, but they used to have the yard sales, right? Once or twice per year, everything that was returned to the store by someone or had a small defect or was used or what have you just got shoved outside in their parking lot or behind the store, and you would line up and walk through this open air garage sale and pick whatever you needed. I have found some of the best discounts there, but they don't do that anymore. Now they just have regular discounts all year round, which is kind of cool because you can see here, like, save on your snowboard gear right now, up to 30% off. But it does also mean that the discounts you get aren't necessarily going to be as dope as what you found in the yard sale because they're doing it year round. Still, it's a good place to shop. It's especially good if you have one near you, a physical location, because you can go in and get fitted for boots that you then either purchase directly from them or purchase online. I tried, oh, I can't even count, like 7 different stores. I tried all these stores. I had every one of them near me, tried them all, and just could not find a shoe that fit. No one carried the size I needed, but I realized the brand I liked and the half size that I needed, and I was able to order it online at a discount. So that's something worth considering. So overall, there are a lot of great times to shop, but it's going to start at the beginning of the year and it's going to increase in value. So New Year's onward, the snowboarding season has already started. You're going to get between 10% and 20% off things with the widest selection, right? 10 to 20% off basically everything. Those same types of between 10 and 30% discounts you'll find at key times when there are annual sales online and in person, like REI's anniversary sale, Tactics anniversary sale that they have going on right now. November timeframe when you have Black Friday sales, and of course Labor Day. Beyond that, end of April is going to be the best time, especially for major discounts on last year's items and used items. And then as the season progresses, look for things at the end of summer, beginning of fall, right after you remember, oh yeah, I have to start getting my legs back into shape because I'll be on the mountain more. That's when you're going to start looking for the other sales that are available to you.